Raise your hand, we'll get a mic over to you. Go ahead and take some questions at this time. Start left with Mike, and we'll go left.
Last year's game against Auburn was obviously a little bit of a struggle for the first 58 minutes. Just what have you seen different this year from the offensive line and some of the protection? Maybe that didn't work out quite as well last year.
I think we've definitely grown a lot as a unit, as a group. Last year, it's an Iron Bowl. It's always going to be hard fight. It's always going to be tough. We have a tremendous amount of respect for them as a program, and we know it's going to take everything. So, it was a tough game. Obviously came down to the wire, but again, it's the Iron Bowl. This is there's been countless of those. We understand, a rivalry game like this, things like that can happen. So, there's stuff that obviously we look at on film and we wanted to improve on, and we've gotten better on throughout. But we understand it's going to take everything. So, we take stuff to improve on, but we're ready. We know it's going to be war.
You were on a pitch count for a while in practice with the shoulder. Are you back to being able to go full practice, and are you full strength with the arm?
Yeah, I'm good. Everyone, again, we have an amazing training staff, coaching staff that manages everything. Practice-wise, game-wise, they do a great job being on top of things, and I owe a ton of that to the training room, being down there, them doing so much to get me back healthy and feeling good. So, I feel good. I'm blessed to be in the circumstance that I am, and I'm ready to keep pushing. I feel good now.
Hi, Bryce. In a game like this that just means so much and there's so much history there, I just am curious. You're obviously a player that gets centered before games, but after experiencing it last year, do you like to lean into the juice of this game, or how difficult is that to really try to stay focused in this one?
Yeah, I definitely don't ignore it. Again, this is a huge game. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to all the former players, to all the alumni. It means a lot in this state. So, again, this is something that's really big for us, me individually. So, I understand that. I don't shy away from that. Again, it's a huge game. This is a big rivalry game that means a lot. So I understand that. But with that as well, I understand it's my responsibility to do what I have to do during the game, before the game, to put myself in the best situation, us as the best situation as a team to be successful. So for me, it's just finding the headspace to understand, the gravity of the situation, the moment, but to be centered and be at my best to play and to perform. So that's really where my head's at before the game.
On the right side of the net.
Yeah, Bryce, I'm not sure when we're going to get to talk to you next. I just want to ask, with the bowl game basically being next, is this going to be your last game, or have you made a decision, or have you thought things through? Where are you at with all that?
I haven't. As far as anything in my future, I take everything one day at a time. So all I've been focused on throughout the year has been the next opponent. And obviously, this is huge. This is a huge game. This means a lot to me, to people in the entire state, to us as a team. This is a huge game. So all I think about is today. How can I be the best version of myself today to get ready to put myself in the best circumstances? How we as a team can do that, and that's all my head's focused on.
Go to the left side of the back.
Bryce, you and Jase came in the same class together, but watching him in practice and games, what makes him just a complete, just all-around running back in your mind?
Yeah, Jase is someone who puts in a lot of work, understands the offense really well, and someone who works so hard and is so dynamic, but can also play so well on all facets of the game. Obviously, an amazing runner, very physical, and someone who is just done a lot for us running the ball, but also in the passing game. He's great after the catch, great route running, and also in protection. And again, understanding, what his job is, what the role is, what's happening around him. But again, that's stuff that comes from seeing how hard he works day in and day out. And just being able to be in the backfield with Jase, knowing, again, as someone who understands what all 11 people on the field are doing, understands his responsibilities, and really works hard and takes pride in it. It's always great to have a teammate like that. So, throughout the year since I've been here, again, like you said, we came in the same time, but seeing how much he's grown, how much he's worked, it's been really cool to try my best to grow beside him.
Okay, we got 3 more questions. We'll start with Charlie on the right.
Kind of piggybacking off Nick's question a little bit, if you do choose to move on after this season, have you given any thought to this being your last game in Bryant-Denny, and how special is it that it could be the Iron Bowl in a rivalry game like that?
Yeah, again, for me, I've just been focused on being one day at a time. I haven't thought about anything in the future. All I care about now is this program. And again, for me individually, us as a team, Today, it being Monday, my job is to do the best I can throughout the day to prepare myself and put myself and us as a team in the best circumstances. So that's all I've thought about. All my head's been on. So again, I understand how much this means to us as a team. Everyone in the state, this is a huge game. So I have to do everything I can to folks individually and us as a unit to put ourselves in the best circumstances to be successful on Saturday.
Front row, Tony, we'll finish with you.
Sorry to pile on the sentimentality, but do you have a favorite moment in Bryant-Denny Stadium that stands out for you?
I mean, it's been so many. It's been so many moments, so much support, from the stadium, from the fans, and honestly, I'd say probably it's probably the first game in Bryant-Denny last year. Obviously, being able to, I saw it as a recruit. And then, 2020, Bryant-Denny obviously was different. It being COVID, it being, 50% capacity, whatever it was. And it's still, getting to feel that support, even with that. And, that meant a lot. But I think the first game, 2020 year, just it being packed out and just really for the first time as a player, being able to experience, to experience the fans, experience how much it means to everyone in the building, and just experience that environment. It's the best environment in college football, and it really set the tone for the consistency. It's been like that every time I've been back at Bryant-Denny. So, that's what stands out. But it's so many moments that I'm grateful for. It took me too long to go through them all.
All right, we'll go to the left side with Katie for the last question.
Bryce, how have you kind of seen Jermaine Burton step up at wide receiver the last 2 games specifically?
Yeah, I think he's just grown a lot, being more comfortable in the offense. Again, this being his first year here and him transferring here, came in with a very professional mindset, someone who works really hard, worked really hard to get the offense and understand everything. And you just see him getting more and more comfortable as each game goes on. Even as it is later in the season, you can still see him growing, him being more comfortable. And, he's really just someone who steps up in big moments. Making, whether it be this game or the game or this past game or the game before that, in big time moments, making important catches that, things that kept drives going or needed touchdowns, whatever it may be. Excuse me, just him stepping up, and him being, the moment never being too big for him. Him kind of, him elevating his game in moments like that. Having someone like that, a dog out there that is going to compete. I'm definitely happy to have him out there and to be able to throw to him. And I'm glad that he's been able to have people have been, I guess, more so noticing the success he's had these last couple of games. And, I'm excited to keep watching him grow.
All right, thanks, Bryce.
Appreciate you guys.